5 members of the Common Council. We want to thank all of our colleagues for being here. They'll be asked to speak in a few moments. But first, I'd like to bring up Mr. Ed Noble, the creator of this memorial, to come to the microphone and tell you that all the details. Good afternoon. One of the benefits of being an old guy and own the place is you get to take a lot of the credit and actually don't do a lot of the work. There's 9 other people that really put this together, and my son Brian was certainly instrumental of doing a lot of the very important welding. But in reality, there's 9 other people that really put together for 700 hours this 9/11. Another issue is, I think I might be the only non-political person in line, and the only Canadian. I was a Canadian at age 19. I left Canada, came to America, and I joined the American Army. I was in the Army. I got out, and I was fairly successful in Buffalo. And I wanted to do this to thank everybody in this audience of keeping us safe. And that's my little idea of firefighters, law enforcement, first responders, and all of the military. It's my way of saying thank you, and I tour around. This is like preaching to the choir right here because you guys get it. At Erie County Fair, there was over 2,500 pictures taken of this, and they all were very thankful for the military and the first responders. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
It's my honor now to bring forth the Majority Leader of the Common Council, Mr. Damone Smith. First, we'd like to acknowledge the hard work of Julia Paul. Where is she? She worked very hard in order to make this day happen, as well as we'd like to acknowledge Troop 139 of the Boy Scouts, who is working their flag display today as part of their citizenship badges. So hopefully this will get them on their way to Eagle Scouts. I'd like to thank them for being color guards today. And as well as the first responders and the service people that we have here today. 9/11 was I would want to say, one of the worst and greatest times of my life. Worst because it was my generation's Pearl Harbor. It was an attack on a civilian target, though, not a military target, but a civilian target, and the lives that were lost by first responders. But that resulted into one of the greatest times of my life, because for that moment, we all stopped being white, black, Muslim, Christian, all the things that separate us, but we were Americans at that time. Everybody stood up and raised the flag. We saw all the flags go up, and we all stood together for that moment. And that what made us proud to be Americans, that resilience. And that time when we stood together arm in arm against those who want to try to persecute us. And so this symbol right here today is a remembrance of that time and those special places where we need to be as Americans, where we remove all the subcategories that divide us, but stand true on that notion that at the end of the day, we are all Americans at heart. Thank you all who donate your lives, donate your time to the protection of that ideal that America is strong. Thank you.
Our final speaker from the Buffalo Fire Department, our commissioners here, Commissioner Police Mark. Commissioner Whitaker.
It is with deep pride and humbleness for standing before you today. I want to thank the council. I want to thank the creators of the monument for remembering those who sacrificed much on 9/11. It was with horror that we watched these towers come down, but it was with grace and with honor and with pride that we watched men and women sacrifice much on others' behalf. Every day since then, men here gathered in uniform in this square and around this country and around the world have continued to sacrifice much for others. It's an honor to wear this uniform. It's an honor to be before you today and to stand with you. No greater love hath a man than to lay down his life for a friend. Every day that the men and women put these uniforms on, what they know is it could have been them. We want to thank you for remembering those who lost their lives, who gave their lives on that day and every day since. We've lost persons in the Buffalo Fire Department since then. We continue to live with that. And we thank you for remembering them, because we will never forget. Thank you.